Hi everyone, thank you for being here. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and I connect to your angels, spirit guides, and loved ones to bring through messages of healing and encouragement for you. Today we're doing a pick a card reading, and the topic of today is very exciting. It is, what is your divine birthright? What was written in the stars for you that is yours for the taking if you choose it? We've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 right here. So let me show you your crystals up close. This one is a smoky quartz. Pile number 2 is pyrite. And pile number 3, I think it's called rutilated quartz, but it's got these beautiful little copper pieces in it. Go ahead and look at the piles and use your intuition to decide which one you're gonna pick. You can pick one or more than one. And I will leave the timestamps down in the description box for you, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, welcome to your message. This is for pile number 1 with the smoky quartz. And we've got 4 different cards for you here. We're gonna flip them over one at a time. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we feel. Anyways, let's go ahead and look. Oh, the void. So we're looking at what is it that is your divine birthright. So we've got the void. Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I feel like, as always. We've got the flame, ingenuity. Ooh, this is so beautiful. Pile number 1, man. Page of Swords. And then do I want to flip this? I'm going to save this one. We're going to save this one right over here. You are such a master manifester and creator. You are one of the people that can go deep into the darkness and really, really feel your own feelings and trust yourself and go into deep parts of yourself that a lot of other people cannot access. You literally have the ability to create anything that you want here on this earth. And I'm looking over here at the Page of Swords. This looks like a flowing river of gold. Literally anything you touch turns to gold. It feels like you are a very old soul that has been here many times. And you have become so good at manifesting. A part of your divine purpose here is going into the void, sitting in stillness, listening for the ideas, and then bringing them into the 3D reality. I'm very curious what this other card is. Patience. Patience. I don't know where to put you, Patience. I guess we're scooting this over. You are someone that has a vision, and you're able to take the time that it needs in order for it to come to full fruition. And many people don't have that patience. They feel like everything's got to be quick, it's got to be done right now. But you're the kind of person who, when you set your mind to a project and you know that you can create this, you will take as long as it takes to get that project done. I'm feeling like, are you a Capricorn? I'm a Capricorn too. Your divine birthright is being able to create anything that you want on this material plane. And I'm getting that you have a deep knowing of this, that anything that you put your mind to, you can create. And so sometimes that causes a block with you because you know how powerful you are, and you may not necessarily know whether or not you actually want to create something, because you may get too in your mind sometimes about how things are going to turn out, even though you don't really have all the facts about how it's actually going to turn out. You think you know how the outcome is going to be. And so you may be stuck in indecision a lot because you know how powerful you are, and you know that if you put your mind to something that it is going to come into reality. So you may take long pauses. Again, with this patience card and the void card, you may take really long pauses, like years even sometimes, to decide what it is that you actually want, because you know that when you put your mind to it, it is going to come into your world. And your spirit guides are saying, that's okay. That's part of who you are. That's part of who you are. And good for you for being responsible with this gift, because you know how powerful you are. We want you to be thoughtful about it. We want you to be intentional with what you're creating, and you're doing an excellent job. They're encouraging you to just keep taking the time that it takes. Let yourself go through the confusion, sort things out, and then decide what you actually want to move towards and put your energy toward that. Like I said, pile number 1, you have the ability to create anything that you want. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. I hope this message was helpful to you. And if this resonated with you, comment down below how it resonated so that other people can comment with you, and maybe we can start a community together where we discuss our greatest gifts and everything. So thank you so much for being here. If you liked this video, if it was helpful, please leave me a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Hi, welcome to your reading pile number 2. You guys chose the pyrite, and we've got 4 cards right here. We're going to get into what is your divine birthright. What did you come here to do, to accept? Let's see. We'll flip 2 cards and then we'll do the other 2, okay? So we've got action and sacred sexuality. Okay. So far, this just really feels like enjoying life, enjoying the fruits of life, being really passionate about things, enjoying food, enjoying the other pleasures of life, being really passionate and inspired by other people's creative projects as well as your own. So this would be like walking down the street and seeing somebody's painting and being like, oh my God, I love that painting. How did you do that? And other people kind of think you're over the top, but you just love life and beauty and art and culture so much. And maybe other people don't understand it, but you are somebody who came here to enjoy all of the beautiful things of life, and you have no intention of letting anybody else shame you into not doing that. Let's grab your other 2 cards. Dang, this card keeps coming up for me. That's crazy. This one, and then 2 of Cups. So with this confidence card, it feels like you're meant to charge full force into all of your passions. You are meant to be this very passionate, fiery person. And not everybody gets to experience that in life. So this is one of your divine gifts, okay? And then in the 2 of Cups, this feels like, it feels like divine love. It feels like not only are you passionate about things, you know, food, all the things we talked about, right? But you're also you deeply love other people. And it's not just about romantic relationships, although your romantic partnership is meant to be very deep, very emotional, very passionate, very fiery, okay? Maybe even sometimes like have a lot of conflict because there's a lot of fiery energy here, but it also is very deep and emotional and deeply bonded. And they're saying it's not just with love relationships, partnerships, but it's also with all of the people in your life. You feel passionately about every single person in your life. You fight for them. You're like ride or die. Like you love people and you love being a support for them and you love They're showing me like you baking bread or cooking food or taking somebody something when they're sick. You just like deeply love people and you deeply love things. And your spirit guides are saying you don't actually know how beautiful of a gift this is because you're experiencing it 24/7 your whole entire life. So you don't actually know how other people feel and how disconnected other people feel, number one, from each other, number two, from anything that they feel passionate about, because you're so passionate and you have been your whole life. You love everything. And so your guides are coming through to say, this is one of your divine gifts. It's not something that you would consider a gift, but this is one of your divine gifts. You are able to find love and passion for everything in your life. And your guides are saying what a blessing you are to the people around you because of this fiery, burning passion, love that you have. The people around you get to experience your excitement and they get to experience just being nurtured and taken care of and thought of and all of the things that you bring to the table. And you don't realize because, like I said, you feel like it's normal. You feel like everybody should be doing that, right? But not everybody has that makeup and that build, but you do. Your guides are saying you just being who you are is such a blessing. And you don't realize it, but you are such a blessing to the people in your life. All right, I feel like that's all your guides want to say today. What a beautiful gift. You're such a beautiful person. I really love this. If this resonated with you, leave me a comment down below and let me know how. And also, if you like this video, please give me a like and a share so that you can find more videos like this in the future. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Hi, welcome to your reading. This is for pile number 3 and the beautiful rutilated quartz or whatever this is. And we have, you actually got an extra card, but everybody else got 4, but you have 5 cards. And we're looking into what is your divine gift. And let's just start with these 2, and then we'll flip these other 3 over in a second. Okay, surrender and boundaries. Ooh, very interesting. This is very beautiful and it makes me feel like you have kind of childlike energy about you and you've been sent here to Earth to be kind of living in this bubble. Maybe you grew up kind of not around society or not the same way that other people grew up because you've been protected in this little bubble your whole life because you were meant to. Because one of your divine gifts is to have this childlike innocence about you even into adulthood. And it's like over here, you made this deal with your spirit guides. You made this contract before you got here that you would kind of be sheltered and protected in the beginning of your life. And this isn't to say that you haven't gone through hard things, because I do feel like there's people here who have been through extremely traumatic, hard things. But it isn't saying that you've been protected from all of the worldly things. It's saying that your childlike innocence has been protected. Your belief in love, your faith in humanity, your desire to play and create and be childlike, that has been preserved. Okay, let's see these. Oh, I guess we're taking that one first. Okay. So 6 of Swords. Do you have someone with you that's a companion, like a brother or a sister that grew up the exact same way? It feels like I can't tell if you're the child in the front or the girl in the back, and maybe there's people here that are one of each. But it feels like you've had a companion with you your whole life who was kind of your best friend, the person you got in trouble with, the person that helped you get out of trouble. I don't know, but the 2 of you are like thick as thieves. It's the 2 of you against the whole world, and it has been that way your whole life. And they also, I don't know. They're making me feel like you have been more protected than this other person was. Like maybe they took on a lot of the responsibility to protect you, and that was their role in your life. That's the role that they chose here, was to be your protector, and they kept you safe in this little bubble. And it does feel like this other person had kind of a harder life. And maybe now they're dealing with things like drugs and alcohol and other things like that because they've been, I don't want to say because they've been your protector, because then that kind of makes it feel like the blame is on you. And it's absolutely not. It's not. We're going back to this right here where they're saying this is a contract that was made before you came into life, okay? So they chose to be your protector because you have some kind of role here having to do with your innocence and your creativity and your childlike nature, okay? So they chose the role of protecting you. And then I'm asking your spirit guides, why did you bring up the alcohol and the drugs or them having a hard life? They just said because it's important for you to understand their role in the contract that you guys have made together. And maybe there's some resentment here between you and this other person that you grew up with, where you're like, how could they have turned out that way? I used to love them so much, or they used to be my biggest protector, now they're my biggest person that tears me down, or something like that. But your spirit guides are saying their role in your early life was to protect you, and they fulfilled their role, but it was very, very hard on them to do that. And I'm getting kind of emotional about it. I actually really want to cry right now because it feels, I think I'm feeling your emotions. Are you getting emotional too right now? It feels like you're releasing something, like you've been holding on to something and now you're releasing it because you understand the greater picture now. And so that was important for you. Okay, so then we're going back here to the boundaries and the surrender and everything. Why are you being protected? What is this that is your divine birthright? So we have ask body and eagle creation. Oh gosh, this feels deep, you guys. Okay, so all I'm getting from this is generations, okay? And from ask body and this card together, creation, it feels like you were protected in this child state so that you could grow up to be a better parent to the children that are coming from you, or the children that are in your life, people that surround you, something like that. It's like you had to be protected so that you could bring in new generations that maybe didn't have as much toxicity as where you came from. And they're taking me back to this card about this person protecting you, and it feels like their role was to be your parent because the parents that you actually had were not doing their job, basically. I'm not sure exactly how you were. It feels like neglect. It feels like maybe abuse. It feels like a bunch of things that children shouldn't have to go through. And it feels like this person protected you from all of that. Not all of that, but it protected you from a majority of that. Not even a majority. I don't even know what to say. They did what they could so that you could grow up. Maybe they don't have kids is how I'm feeling. Maybe this person that protected you, maybe they have not had kids on purpose. And maybe they don't know the full purpose of it yet, but in their divine plan, it was set that they wouldn't have kids because of all of the trauma that they experienced to protect you, so that you could go on to break the patterns of the family. Your guides are saying that your divine birthright for being this person who brought in new generations who didn't have the same kind of upbringing is happiness, this childlike state again. There will be a time, because it feels like right now You may be still experiencing a lot of darkness, but there will be a time where you get to go back to this peace and joy and love and tranquility. And you can rest assured knowing that your children and all the people that come afterwards are also going to experience peace and tranquility and love in ways that the generations before you have not ever done. All right, it feels like we're going to leave the message there. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know how this resonates with you. And make sure you like and subscribe if you like this video so that you can see more of them when I post them in the future. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.